Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs, Sebastian Envy, the strong style, nerd strong style, smile, Swamp Thing, episode 1, titled Pilot. Let's geek about that for a few minutes here. Saw the pilot, watched it a few times, I enjoyed it. The tone of it is so very different from Doom Patrol, and it just gives it its own identity, which I really, really like. It takes place in a small Louisiana town, swamp locale for the story. They really played into that as far as some of the giving it a horror type of vibe with the plants coming to life for whatever reason and attacking people, and they made no bones about the way they dispatched people. Kind of gory, nothing too over the top, getting into like torture porn type of Saw hostile variety, but it was pretty good. The main characters, I saw on some message boards that I frequent, where some people were saying that the main characters, they didn't care about them, and the villains were more interesting. We haven't really seen a villain yet. We've seen sort of like bad people, or people that we can see they're kind of like snakes, or there's some evil under their exterior. We can tell that just based on the actors playing them. We can also tell, oh, okay, they cast him because he makes a good douchebag bad guy. I thought the leads had good chemistry. It felt like they were building on something as far as maybe a friendship relationship. I'm talking about Alec Holland and Abby Arcane, of course. I thought they were building on something good, and we needed a backstory. We needed to get to know Alec a bit, to get invested in him and his character before he gets swampified, which he does in the closing moments of the first episode. So they're brought together trying to find the reason, the origin of a virus that's affecting the people of the town. We've also got this vegetation that's running wild, killing people and stuff. So there's little nuggets of the story that we've been given to sink our teeth into. Of course, I'm sure we'll find out how it's all connected as the story plays out in the 10 episodes. It was originally 13 episodes, then they shortened the episode order. I don't recall seeing a big reason why they did that. I'm kind of curious to see how that'll affect the narrative. If they had to cut some things, maybe some things in the last couple episodes are going to end up being rushed because they had to cut episodes, or will it make it better? Because one of the things we always harped about with the Netflix shows was they ran a couple episodes longer. They had to fill out that 13 episode quota. Although the Defenders had a shortened episode count, which helped that show. And the Iron Fist had a shortened episode count for the second season, which helped that. And because inevitably in all of the shows, Daredevil season 1 and 2, Punisher season 1, not so much season 2. I think season 2 flowed a lot better, even though it was 13 episodes. But Punisher season 1 definitely, Luke Cage season 1, Iron Fist season 1. I mean, it's just the 13 episodes became a detriment, a negative part of the storyline, because you could see where stuff could get cut, episodes could get shrunk down. That was what they had to deal with. So it remains to be seen if that 10 episode count helps or hurts Swamp Thing in the end. We'll see. Definitely interested in the story, seeing where it goes. I'm not a huge Swamp Thing guy. I remember the old school Swamp Thing series. I watched that. I was a fan of that. I wonder if that's one of those you're this old type of things, like that meme that's going around or whatever, or many memes talking about posting old stuff and saying you're this old, or I'm this old. So yeah, I remember the old like Swamp Thing series, but beyond that, never really invested in the comic books, so I'm going into it fresh, and I'm just much like I was with the Doom Patrol and how I approach that. My understanding of the character and the concept comes from just watching the show purely. I'm not basing it on comic books in any way, shape, or form, so I don't come at it from, oh well, XYZ is in the comic, but they have ABC on the TV show. There's none of that for me, thankfully. So I can go in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and just accept what's thrown at me by the makers of the TV show. Thus far, I'm enjoying it. It was a fun pilot. Like I said, I watched it a couple times. Found it interesting both times. Found some stuff I missed the first go around, so definitely interesting. I'll probably watch it at least one more time, just to kind of be fresh once the next episode drops next Friday. So I like it. Like I said, it's horror. It's kind of got a mystery feel to it, trying to figure out what the origin of this disease, virus, sickness is. Yeah, I'm interested in how it goes going forward. Future episodes, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Swamp Thing, the pilot episode. What do you guys out there think? More importantly, and in the comments below. Social media is right there. Talk to me there and talk to me here. So much stuff going on. Let's geek.